Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Tamari, the AstroFashionista. For all of you that don't know, I'm a professional astrologer. I've been studying astrology for over 14 years now. I have a business, AstroFashionista LLC, where I help people navigate their lives using ancient astrology, also other new age tools, numerology. I'm also a certified Reiki practitioner. I use tarot cards, oracle cards, pendulums. I do it all. So I really want to go over the 12 zodiac signs in today's video. And I'm a Western astrologer. I know there's all types of different forms of astrology. There's Chinese astrology, there's Vedic astrology. I am a Western astrologer, even though I dabble in learning about all forms of astrology. So I want to go through the 12 zodiac signs. I'm going to do more videos in depth about everything astrology, from love to business. But today, let's just start with all of the basics. Okay, Cancer. Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac, water sign. Water signs are emotional, intuitive. They're all about feeling. It's a cardinal sign like Aries. So again, cardinal signs are initiators. They like to begin things. It's ruled by the moon. And what does the moon do? It changes all the time. So this is very much a part of Cancer's personality. The moon, and when I say planet, I know the moon is not a planet, but in astrology, it's called a planet when you're reading a natal chart. The moon is the fastest moving planet in your chart because it changes signs every 2.5 days. So because the moon rules Cancer, they have this element of their emotions changing frequently. They feel things more than most other signs, and they can be very, very emotional. Cancer's opposite sign is Capricorn, which is definitely opposite. The lucky day is Monday. And if I could describe Cancer in one word, I would say cautious. The body part ruled by Cancer, body parts are the stomach and the breasts, and the famous Cancers are Nelson Mandela, George W. Bush, Princess Diana, Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Ernest Hemingway, Prince William, Mike Tyson, 50, and Sylvester Stallone. Okay, so Cancer, like I said, is very emotional. And emotions are important in life. I think being emotional is sometimes seen as a negative thing, but it's not. It's actually a strength when you're able to feel and process emotions in a healthy way. And I would say this is very, very a big part of Cancer's personality, being, it's a mother archetype. The moon is connected to the mother, right? So they're very nurturing and caring and loving, and they'll give you their all. And because they have such big hearts, they can get hurt easily. And so they've learned to protect themselves. So a Cancer is ruled by the crab, right? What is a crab? It's hard on the outside and soft on the inside. And if you ever watch a crab, it's like sort of skittish, right? They don't even walk straight. They like scoot to the side. They like go under sand. So this really is kind of how a Cancer is. They're very like protective, and they don't feel, unless they have other, like maybe they're Gemini rising, maybe they have their moon in Gemini or something, but for the most part, they don't trust people right off the bat. Like, they have to feel comfortable around you. They'll be the sign that's like, you meet them and they're like, hi. And they're kind of like, what is my energy saying? They're not going to think in their head like Gemini, like, oh, what is this person? Let me find this out. It's almost like, oh, does their energy feel good? All water signs are about energy. Cancer really is about being intuitive and seeing if that's how they kind of determine if they're like, can be safe to open up around you. They're great at like taking care of people. They really care about people's well-being. So like if you come into a Cancer's home, and Cancer rules the home in astrology, they're going to be the ones to say, are you hungry? Do you want something? Are you comfortable? Do you want a blanket? Like, they're really going to nurture and take care of you and make sure you're okay. And they need to be nurtured. I think because they're so nurturing, they give so much that they sometimes neglect themselves, which can turn into like a resentment and make them feel like like almost like not worthy. So I think it's really important for a Cancer to practice self-love and self-worth and really just value themselves. And again, like I said, because the moon is always constantly changing, one thing that they can't help is being moody. They just are. So like, if you're going to be with a Cancer, you're going to have to accept that. And that can be hard. And I think that's why it's important for Cancers to date maybe another water sign, or someone who has a moon in a water sign, who's going to be understanding of that and understand that sometimes they're going to need their space. Sometimes they're not going to want to talk. Sometimes they're going to have to cry and until they're ready to talk and process things. And you're really going to have to be patient to understand that. They're great. One thing that Cancers, I think that doesn't get talked about enough, is that they're really good usually with finances and business. And to me, I think this is connected to that intuitive sense, like being able to know what people need and to know like a pain point in someone. Like, to me, that's an intuition. That's not always a mental thing. So if you're good at that and you can solve a problem, of course you're going to be successful in business. So a lot of Cancers are good business people, just like their opposite sign, Capricorn. If you're wanting to date a Cancer, the way to their heart is through their stomach, because they love food. Not only are many Cancers good cooks, but they love fine cuisine, and they like being like Taurus. They love being comfortable, and their home is their castle. Even if it's messy, I'm sure it's just like a place that they feel safe. So like, take them to a nice restaurant, or propose that you cook together. Maybe you can take them to a cooking class. That would be a great first date for a Cancer. Make sure to protect their heart. Make them feel safe. It's important to show them with action that they're loved and that you're there for them and that you're loyal to them. That's going to go a long way with the Cancer. One thing I will say, so Cancer women, and I haven't been talking about like female and male signs. I don't want to get into all of that, but it's almost like yin and yang, and just receiving and being receptive. Cancer is a feminine sign, quote unquote. All the feminine signs are the water signs in the earth signs, and then the masculine signs are the air signs and the fire signs. And that's not a masculinity in like female. It's almost just like a yin and yang, like I said. So I've noticed Cancer men, if they come from broken homes, they can be some of the worst men to date. Like, if you think a Gemini is bad, if you think you have that idea that Geminis are bad, Cancer men can be terrible. If they did not see like a loving relationship, if they come from abuse, if they come from a mom that didn't love them, because it's ruled by the moon, and the moon is all about the mother. In their home life is so important. When they don't have that foundation, it fucks them up. I'm just going to say it. So it might take a little while if you're dating a Cancer that comes from that sort of environment to really be healed. Like, they really need to be in therapy and doing all types of healing techniques, self-love. But they can be some of the best husbands. And that's because they're so nurturing and giving. So just keep that in mind if you're dating a Cancer. The women, of course, usually are very attentive and they give. And so I think a lot of if you love Cancer women, then you can count on someone that's really going to try to take care of you.